Hi, friends. As we all know, being a human being, even under the best of circumstances, is very difficult. And it's also, of course, known to all of us that it's often the case that we are not operating with ideal circumstances. And in fact, we may be feeling like we are in an incredibly challenging time. And this can be true, of course, on many levels. It may be true on many levels for any of us. Our spiritual practice can be seen as a way of offering a different orientation towards our lives that is really useful in supporting our capacity for being in difficulty, for navigating a chaotic and unpredictable world, a world that may feel scary. We may feel alone. We may feel worried about people, maybe all of the above. And so our practice, especially on retreat, can provide an important counterpoint to our usual experience of feeling tossed around by life or squeezed by life. And having this kind of practice experience on retreat and more broadly in our lives can help us feel like a more whole and complete human being. So that even when we are in a scary time, a painful time, a difficult time, we're still able to stay connected to a big picture, a sense of perspective, to stay connected to beauty, to stay connected to feeling of love and hope. And we don't need to be Pollyannish about the world, but rather the quality of being that we can cultivate in our practice should come and inform the rest of our lives so that, again, we are experiencing a more complete human experience of shlemut and not only an experience of feeling squeezed and afraid. On our retreat, Awakening the Divine, coming up this May, we're going to have the opportunity to really enter into an experience of retreat in which we will allow for the possibility of really feeling loved. Loved by the divine, loved by the universe, and also to feel love towards this world, towards our lives, towards ourselves, towards the people we are in this world with, even as we know there are so many challenges. And so my invitation for today, for a few more minutes, is to practice in this spirit. I want to invite you to do a little bit of a leave-taking. Part of the power of retreat is that we leave home and leave our usual places, and that newness of location helps us to experience our lives in a new way. And so I want to encourage you to find some subtle leave-taking right now. Maybe turn your chair around, maybe change the lights, maybe light a candle, do something that's a little bit different than how you were seated or standing just a moment ago. And then from that slightly new perspective, I encourage you to close your eyes, to feel contact with the ground or your chair, to feel steady, and to remind yourself that you've never experienced this moment before. And in this new moment, perhaps just for a couple of minutes, we can open ourselves to receiving love, a divine love, a love that doesn't depend upon earning it or being a certain way or figuring anything out, but just to feel bathed in that love and held and supported. and to breathe with that. Very simply, just feel loved. And as thoughts arise, stories arise, just return back to this moment. Perhaps returning back to feeling of contact with the ground right now. And then again, opening to that feeling of being loved. When we feel loved, everything is different. And so let us not lose track of this ahava rabbah, this great love. Let's feel it, because that will support our capacity for navigating these challenging days. Many blessings to you.